Okay. Okay. Enterprise structure in Okay. So here
Okay.
the topics we'll be covering there. We will see what is enterprise structure. What is enterprise structure? What are the organizational units in You can mute. You can mute whenever you want to ask questions. You can unmute and ask.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we will see what is client. What is client? What is company code? Okay. What is company code? What is plant? What is plant? And then we will see what is storage location. Okay. And what is the purchase organization? Okay. And then we will see what is purchasing group. Okay, so we will understand the organizational objects with respect to purchasing, materials management module, and nothing but purchasing. Okay, so first, what is enterprise structure? SAP enterprise structure is organizational structure that represents an enterprise in the SAP R3 system. So basically, enterprise structure means your organization structure. Let's say you are working for a company. Okay, you are working for an organization. That organization may have lot of manufacturing locations, lot of distribution centers, okay, lot of warehouses, godowns, what you call godowns, and what you say HR offices at different locations. Correct? So all those things you will map it into the system, you will put it into the system using this enterprise structure. Okay, so basically you create enterprise structure for legal reasons, and obviously for the business related reasons. So once you have the enterprise structure in the system, accordingly you can execute, you can do your day-to-day business processes. Okay, so basically organizational units may be assigned to a single module. Some organizational units belongs to only a particular single module, like you have sales organization, which is only used in SD module. Okay, whereas some organizational units are used in several modules, like let's say you have plant. Plant will be used by a lot of modules like module, production planning module, a lot of modules it will be used. Okay, so basically using the enterprise structure, you will be mapping the organization structure into a system. Okay, so basically this enterprise structure is required for legal, business, and reporting purposes. Okay, if you don't have enterprise structure properly in the system, then you cannot execute the you cannot use SAP properly for your day-to-day business function. So first basic step in any SAP implementation is defining your enterprise structure, designing your enterprise structure properly into the system. Okay, so this is the one. So from procurement point of view, from the purchasing point of view, from for module, the organizational units are this one: client, okay, company code, plant, okay, then storage location, and then purchasing organization, and after the purchasing group. So these are the organizational objects. Okay, we will discuss one by one, and then we will go to the system, where they are created, okay, how they are interlinked to each other. All those things we will understand. Okay, so first let's start with client. Okay, so client, Poonam, wherever you have the issue in understanding, okay, wherever you are not able to understand the concepts, just stop me and ask the question. Okay,
Sure, sir.
so
Sure. Okay.
SAP consultant, the most important thing is the understanding the concepts.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
the
Okay.
system executing all those things will be done by the users. Actually, you will not be doing whatever the transactions which I will be showing. Those will be done by the users. We will not be doing. As a consultant, you will be designing the system. Okay,
Okay.
so for that you should have a thorough understanding of the concepts.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So now client, first is the client. So what is client? So the client is a commercial organizational unit within the R3 system with its own data, master records, and set of tables. Okay, and from a business perspective, the clients forms a corporate group. So client is nothing but a company. It is an organization. Client is nothing but the organization or a company for which you are implementing SAP. Okay, so I'll just explain you with a simple example. Okay, let me go to one Excel file. Okay, you know Toyota. Poonam, you know Toyota?
It's a company name.
So Toyota company name, what they do? What they do?
I guess, car production.
They do car. They manufacture cars. Toyota manufacture
Yeah.
basically cars, and
Yeah.
they are the leading auto car manufacturers in the world, entire world. Correct?
Yeah.
So now this Toyota, where from it is? It is from basically from Japan. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Toyota is from Japan. So here Toyota is your client. So Toyota is the company.
Hmm.
Let's say you are implementing SAP for Toyota. So Toyota will become your client. So this is what client. Client is nothing but a company.
Okay.
Okay. So CLIENT. Client is like a company. Okay. So this is the SAP terminology, and I'll put here our normal day-to-day terminology: company or organization. 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 Okay. So this is the our day-to-day regular terminology. Okay. So client is nothing but it is a company for which you are implementing SAP. That is what called client. That is what called client. Okay. So,
Hmm.
so this is what I explained. Okay. The client, from a business viewpoint, the client represents a corporate group. And in the SAP system, the client is the highest hierarchical level in the SAP ERP system. In SAP, from the organization's structure point of view, it will be the highest hierarchy, top level, topmost level.
Okay.
Okay, so now normally in SAP, the client will be denoted with a three-digit number like 000, 100, and 400.
Hmm.
So okay, so when you log on to the SAP system, you will be able to see the client. So when I log on to the system, I log on to the system. So when you log on to the system, you will be able to see the client. So when you are logging on to the system, you see here there is a client is there. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
So three-digit number. So this is the client. Okay, so for this box
Okay.
belongs to that particular client. Okay,
Hmm.
so that is what called client. Okay, now after the client, you will have the company code. Okay, company code. What is the company code? Okay, the company code. The company code is the smallest organizational unit for which you can have independent accounting department within external accounting. So company code is nothing but a independent accounting unit. Okay, so a company code represents an independent accounting unit in a company within a corporate group. That means under the client. Under the client. Okay, I'll tell you this one. Okay, so this is the one. This is the place where they create the company code in the system. Okay, this is the place. Okay, so company code is basically for finance people, not for us actually. Company code is for finance people. It is required by law to provide balance sheets and profit and loss statements. Okay, so I'll tell you in our example we will take, let's say Toyota. Toyota Toyota is the leading automobile manufacturer. They have their operations in all the countries in the world. Correct? Am I correct, Puna? Correct? Oh shit. Yeah, hello. Puna, are you there? Hello. Um,
Some light issues has come. It's okay now.
yeah,
Connected
okay.
again.
So we are discussing on the company code. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you have Toyota. Okay. Toyota is a world leading automobile manufacturer. They have their
Yeah.
operations in all the countries in the world. Correct?
Hmm.
Correct. Let's say we will take some examples. Okay. So let's say we will take US. Okay, Toyota is having some operations in US. Okay, now let's say they have some operations in UK. Okay,
Okay.
they have them some operations in Singapore. Okay, Singapore, and then let's say, of course, as usual, of course, India. Let's take India. Okay, so for example, we consider these four countries. So Toyota is having their operations in these four countries. Now what they do is they create company code for each country, a separate company code for reporting purpose. Okay, so what they do here is whatever they do in US, like what do you call manufacturing, sales, distribution, whatever they do in US to generate their profit and loss statements, to generate their accounting statements, all those things, balance sheets, they will create all these company codes. So US will have a company code. Let's say for US they will assign a company code called 1000. For UK they will create a separate company code. For Singapore, let's say they will create a separate company code. For India, they will create a separate company code like this. So those reports, they will be taking it company code level. Okay, so a company code is basically a independent accounting unit. Okay, it's nothing but a accounting unit.
But sir, here's that if they will use a company code,
Uh,
that means the location also automatically change, but the company name will be remain same.
Company name remains the same. Under the company, they will create a separate company code. Toyota US.
I mean, they do have the different branches, but they using a by code that is this code is using this transaction, this code is
Correct,
using a this
correct,
transaction.
correct.
Correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
correct, correct. So Toyota
Okay.
US, they have a separate code. Toyota UK, they have a separate company code. For Singapore, Toyota Singapore, they will have a separate company code. Like this, you will have.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so that is what called company code. Company code is basically for finance people. For finance people, anyhow, I'll show you where the company code is created. Let me log on to the system. I'll log
Okay.
on. I'll log on to the system. Just 1 minute. What is the password? Uh, what is the password he shared? Just 1 minute. User 2 ECC123, right? New MM2. New MM2. What is the password? ECC. Just 1 minute. ECC123. Yeah. Okay. ECC123 small is ECC123. Okay, so I'm logging out to the system. I logged on to the system. Okay, so let's go back. So where to see the company code? You have to go to a transaction called SPRO. SPRO, enter that. Once you enter here, you will get this SAP reference IMG. Okay, click on this button, SAP reference IMG. You will get this screen. Just scroll down. Here you see there is a node called enterprise structure. Are you able to see? So here, open this. Here you have definition. So open this. Here you see financial accounting. I can show you the path here. Enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting. Okay, so go to this financial accounting. Open this. Here you see edit, copy, delete, check company code. Here you have. So just click on that one. Here, if you go inside, copy, delete, check company code, you will have it here. Okay, let me put it here. Edit company code data. Second one, let's go. See, all the company codes are here. Okay, all the company codes are already here. If they want to create a new company code, they'll click on this button, click on new entries, and then they will create a new company code. This will be done by, of course, finance team. You will not be doing as a MM consultant, so no need to worry upon this part. Okay, so this is the place where they create the company code. Okay, this is the place where they create the company code. Okay, is it okay? Company code. Shall I move on to the next one?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so this is the company code.
Yeah.
Now, after the company code, you will have the plant. So, what is plant? Okay, so basically, a plant is an organizational logistics or unit that structures the enterprise from the perspective of production, procurement, plant maintenance, and planning. Okay, so a plant is a manufacturing facility or branch within a company. Okay, so plant is like a location. Plant is like a location. A plant can be a manufacturing location. Okay, it can be a
Okay.
warehouse, it can be a distribution center, or it can be a HR office. A separate HR office is also called as a plant, and plant will be physically existing. Okay, plant will be physically existing and it will be unique in the system. Okay, I'll tell you the with our real time scenario. Now let's say Toyota. Let's forget sometime you forget US, UK, Singapore. Let's take India. Okay, now Toyota India, they have a manufacturing plant in Mumbai. Let's assume a scenario.
Okay.
Toyota India, they have a manufacturing plant, not plant, manufacturing site in the Mumbai, in the city Mumbai. Now they have one more manufacturing site at Goa. Okay, now let's say they have Toyota India, they have a distribution center in Chennai, in Chennai. Okay, and they have Toyota India, they have their corporate office in Delhi. Delhi, Delhi. Okay, so these are the in these places. This is the manufacturing site. This is the manufacturing site. Okay, and Goa, one more, they have manufacturing site. Okay, and here Chennai is a distribution center, and let's say Delhi, they have corporate office. Corporate office. Now all these are called in the SAP system. All these are called in the SAP system as plant. Okay, these are called plants. Okay, so a plant can be anything. It can be a manufacturing location, a distribution center, separate distribution center, or a warehouse, separate warehouse, or even a HR office. HR office is termed as plant. Okay, so it should be physically existing. It should be physically existing independent unit. Those are called plants. Okay, so now in the SAP,
Basically, yeah, basically in a one country that they do have a different distribution context that is called plant, or if they do have like a different countries, and
uh,
can they carry like a different distribution, or they can only carry in the
no, no,
country only?
no. In the within this country, within the different
Okay.
places, they have different operations.
Okay.
Let's say
Okay.
even in Chennai, they have one distribution center in one area, and another distribution center in the Chennai only in another area. Then they will be have two distribution centers over there. Okay,
Okay.
so it's basically a separate physical location where some activities will be happening like manufacturing, distribution, okay, sales, or warehouse.
Basically, within a country, whatever they are doing the transaction and they are doing the different branches, we call the plant,
Plant.
right?
Correct. Within the
Okay.
country. Yes, correct. Correct. Your understanding is
Okay.
correct. Yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's what called plant. Now it is physically existing unit. Okay, and it will be unique in the system. It will be physical. It will be unique in the system. Okay. Now in SAP, every plant will be denoted with a 4-digit alphanumeric key. In SAP,
Okay.
every plant will be denoted with a 4-digit alphanumeric key. Like it can be ABCD, it can be 1 2 3 4,
Okay.
or it can be AB12.
Okay.
Plant is always assigned to the company code. I will show you this in the system. I will show you this in the
Okay.
system. A particular plant can be assigned to only one company code. Okay, I will show you this also. And one company code can have multiple plants assigned to it. That means if you see it here, this is the India is the company code. Under India company code, you can have multiple plants. Let's say
Okay.
this plant is like a you can call it as 1411. This can 1412. This plant Chennai 1413. Okay, and Delhi 1414. So a 4-digit.
Further, they will do most create the name for the branches as well.
Correct. I'll show you this in the system. So here the meaning is
Okay.
all these plants are under this company code.
Okay.
Okay, but now you will assign this plant to this company code, but you cannot assign this plant simultaneously to this company code and also to this company code. You cannot do that. One
Okay.
plant will be assigned to only one company code.
Okay.
Okay, but under a company code you can have multiple plants. You can have multiple plants. So under the India company code you will have all these plants.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you need to understand. Now where is the plant is defined in the system? So let's go to the system, go back. Okay, here if you go here, close this definition, you go here logistics general, you go here, open it. Here you see define copy delete check plant. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
So here if you go you can have the plant here. So define here, you double click on the define plant, you can define the plant over here. Already there are some plants here. If you observe, all are having, most of them
Yeah.
are having 4-digit code. Okay, so whenever you want to create a new plant, just click on the button new entries and you give the plant code, name, everything, and then you can give the address also. You can give the address because it is physically existing, correct? It is physically
Yeah.
existing, obviously it will have an address. So you give the plant code here, name of the plant, and then you click on this button address and you can give the address data over there. Of course today I will not create any plant. When we go to configuration I will show you how to create a plant. Okay, so this is the place where you can see the plant. You can see the plant. Let's say I'll take 1000 plant, Western Hamburg. If you see, if you go to details, so this is the plant description. Okay, its postal code, city where it is, all those things you will have it here. Okay, and even if you
Okay.
click on this button address, you will get the address here, postal code, its country Germany. You can maintain all the street address, everything you can maintain also.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
this,
this address and whatever I have to update the details will get from the company as well, no?
yeah,
Or automatically.
yeah, during the implementation your organization, your client will give all this data, how many plants.
Okay.
So then using the data you will be creating these plants.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
so
it.
this is the plant. Now this plant, as I told earlier, it will be assigned to a company code, correct? It will be assigned to a company code. So where that assignment will be done? So if you go back, here you see, close this. Now here you see there is another folder called assignment. Okay, so if you go here, logistics general, okay, assign plant to company code. Okay, here if you go here, you will assign the plant to company code. So here if you see our 1000 plant, where is our 1000?
Okay.
1000 plant is assigned to a company code called 1000. They have a company code called 1000 and our plant is assigned to this company code. This is the place
Mm-hmm.
where you do the assignment of plant to company code. Okay,
Okay.
so whenever you create a new plant you have to assign it to a company code. So whenever you create a new plant you have to come here, click on new entries, enter the company code and enter the plant. This is the place where you do the assignment. Okay, so this is the company code assignment. So this is the plant. Okay, see, simple terminology. Plant is like a location.
Yeah.
Plant is like a location, consider manufacturing location. Okay,
Okay.
that is what called plant. Okay, so once the plant is done, next one is storage location. So what is storage location? Storage location is the place in the organization where you keep your materials. Okay, suppose let's say the storage location is an organizational unit that allows differentiation of material stocks within a plant. Okay, inventory management on a quantity basis is carried out at storage location level in the plant. Okay, so I'll tell you what is storage location. Okay, so the storage location is the place where materials are physically stored. Okay, several storage locations can be defined within a plant. Okay, I'll tell you a simple example again. Let's say you take your house, okay, in the house where you will keep all this salt, pepper, sugar, all those things, oil, where you will keep cooking oil?
Kitchen.
Kitchen. Why you keep
Yeah.
kitchen?
Because the right place to keep these things.
So because why you keep those metals in kitchen means they are used during cooking, correct?
Yeah.
So those materials, whatever salt, pepper, sugar, cooking oil, whatever is there, where you use during cooking process, correct?
Yeah.
So for that one, you store all those materials in the kitchen. So kitchen will become like a storage location.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say you have pillows, bed sheets, all those things. Where you will keep? In the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Bedroom.
Yeah.
Why in the bedroom? Because they are used during sleeping. Correct?
Yeah.
So based on the nature of the material, you will be stored it at a particular place. Okay?
Okay.
So that place is called storage location.
Okay.
So storage location is nothing but a place where you keep your materials, where you physically store your materials.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is what. Now storage location will be always under a plant. Okay, so this is our
Okay.
storage location always created with reference to the plant.
Okay.
So whenever you are creating a storage location, you will tell that my storage location under this plant. Okay, a storage location is defined by means of a 4-character alphanumeric key that is unique in the plant. Okay, so again, storage location will also have four character alphanumeric key. Okay, and but it will be always under a plant. And but again, a plant can have multiple storage location assigned to it. Okay, I'll tell you the scenario. Let's say you take Goa manufacturing site. Under this, for raw materials they have one storage location, SL01. Okay, for packing materials they have one storage location, for packing materials SL02. Okay, then for semi finished assembly materials,
Okay.
they have one storage location. They will keep all the assembled materials at one storage location, separate area. Now let's say their finished product, cars, whatever they manufacture, they will keep it in a separate storage location area. So all these are called storage
Okay.
location. So these storage locations you will keep it under plant
Goa.
1412, which is the Goa manufacturing location. So like storage location is the place place for storing the materials.
Storing the material.
Storing the materials. Okay, so now we will see it in the system. Where is this storage location? So let's go to the system. Okay, so it will be in the go to assignment. So okay, just 1 minute. Enterprise structure. Now you have to go to material logistics general. Go to logistics general. Okay. Uh, Sorry, not logistics general. Sorry, wait here. Go to materials management. Okay, general settings for materials management. Sorry, not here. Configuration is very difficult to find out. Go to enterprise structure, definition. Oh, sorry, here only. Here you see materials management is there. Open it. Okay, here
Okay.
you see maintain storage location. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
maintain storage location. So if you go here, the moment you go inside, it is asking to enter the plant. Okay, suppose if I enter plant 1000, if I enter plant 1000, okay, now it will give you the storage locations in this plant. Are you able to see? There is a storage location.
Yeah.
Okay, but somebody forgot to maintain the description. Okay, I'll maintain the description. Raw materials location. Okay, or raw materials location, or I'll put it as raw mat location. Okay, now 0002 is for packing materials. Pack material location. Okay, 003 semi finished SFG location. Okay, location for 004, let's say finished products, FG location. G location. So like this you can create the storage location. So always storage location will be under a plant. Okay, now
Hmm.
save it. You can create a new storage location also. Click on new entries. You can create a new one. Click on new entries. Here you give new storage location. L000 spare parts. Spare parts. Spare parts. Enter. So I created one more storage location. Okay, so now it will show all the storage locations within this plant. Are you able to see?
Okay.
Okay, so that is
But sir, can we maintain the data? I mean, we are just creating and showing us the just code and raw material and the product things which we are keeping here.
uh,
But is there a next step where we, I mean, maintain the data? Just
no,
this
no.
amount which we are carrying the.
Inside at the max you will be maintaining the address. Address at the max you
Okay.
will maintain the address by clicking on this button. Click on new entries. You can maintain the address here. Okay, you can maintain at the max that storage location address you can maintain. Okay, are you there, Poonam? Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here, sir.
At the
Yeah.
max, at the max, if you want to maintain the address, you can maintain the address for the storage location.
I was asking about the data, like this storage location, we are particular maintaining this data. This is the amount and quantity.
No, 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 no,
So, is there an,
no,
no?
no, no. You will not be maintaining amount or quantity here over here. We are just giving the definition of a storage location. That's all.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
What materials you
Yeah.
are going to keep at the storage location that we will understand in our further classes.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Here we are just creating a storage location. That's all.
Then how we create the storage location and all. Okay, fine.
That's all. But what materials under the storage location, what are the quantities, value, and all we will understand in further classes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, as of now, we are just creating the storage location. So this is the storage location part. Okay, so always remember storage location will be under a plant. Okay, so once the storage location is done, we will move on to the purchasing organization. Okay, so purchasing organization, what is purchasing organization? Purchasing organization is the organization. Purchasing organization is the organization that manages purchasing activities. Okay, it negotiates conditions of purchase with vendors for one or more plants. Okay, so basically purchasing organization will be responsible for purchasing activity for a particular plant or more than one plant. Okay, I'll tell you the simple scenario. Here it will take. Now let's say you have Mumbai plant, Goa plant, Chennai plant. Okay, and you have Delhi plant. But manufacturing will happen here. The purchasing of the raw materials required for production will be done by Delhi plant. The people who sits in Delhi. Okay,
Hmm.
so then dear Delhi, they will create for Delhi a separate purchasing organization. So that purchasing organization, let's say 1410, or let's say purchasing organization as let's say 1400. So this purchasing organization take care of purchasing activities of both these plants. Okay, now let's
Okay.
say another scenario, in the same plant only they will have a purchasing department. They only will take care of their own purchasing. So then they will have their own purchasing organization. That also you can have.
Every branch has the own purchasing department.
Yes,
I mean, Goa has own,
yes,
Mumbai has own, Chennai has own, Delhi has
yes.
own.
It can
Okay.
be a decentralized or it can be a centralized. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that also. Okay. So this is the purchasing organization. So basically they are responsible for purchasing activities. Now what is
Okay.
purchasing group? Purchasing group. A purchasing group is the key for a buyer or a group of buyers responsible for certain purchasing activities. That means in the purchasing department there will be a lot of people, right? Correct? In the
Yeah.
purchasing department, let's say four people are there: person A, person B, person D, person C, person D. This person A is responsible for buying only raw materials. This person
Okay.
B is responsible for only for buying packing materials. Person C is responsible only for procuring
Okay.
machine spare parts. Okay. Now person D is responsible only for procuring stationery.
Mm-hmm.
So this person A will be created as a separate purchasing group. Okay. So purchasing group is nothing but a person or a group of persons responsible for certain purchasing activities. That is
Mm.
purchasing group. Okay. So now
Oh yeah.
where this purchasing group is defined. So let's go back. We will see that. You see. First we'll see maintain purchasing organization. Here you see maintain purchasing organization. Here you maintain. See, here you maintain the purchase organization. Already it is there. Okay. If you want to create a new one, you can create a new one. I'll create a new one. 1011 I will create. 1011. Okay. New purchase organization. ORG. I'm creating this. Now save it. Okay. So this is how you create a purchase organization. Okay. But for which plant they are responsible, where they do, then they have to use, you have to do the assignment. I will show you that. Okay. So here, okay, this is what I explained. Now let's say every plant will have their own purchasing department, then they will have their own purchasing organization. Are you able to see, Poonam?
Are we creating the new purchasing organization? Here we company code will be remain the same.
Yes, company code will remain the same, but in the plant, every plant will have their own purchasing department. Okay, they will take care of their own purchasing. Then for each plant, you will create a separate purchase organization, and then they will assign it. I'll show you that. In the system. So this is called plant specific purchasing organization, decentralized scenario.
Okay.
Okay. Now there will be another scenario, cross plant purchasing organization. That means you have two plants, the one which I explained, two plants, but two plants there is a common purchasing organization. Okay, so that you will define it company code level. I'll show you that where all this assignment is done. Okay, all this assignment is done. So let's go to the system. Okay, where you will do this assignment. Okay, if you go to here, just 1 minute, logistics general, just one, let us go to assignment again, materials management. Here you see assign purchasing organization to a plant. Okay, so whatever I created, I'll assign to my plant. Okay, so click on new entries. What is my purchase organization I created? 1011. I am assigning to the plant 1000. So it is a centralized, decentralized scenario. So this purchase organization will take care of purchasing in this plant. Okay, no, but let's say I want to have the purchasing organization centralized. Okay, then what you do, you assign the purchasing organization to company code. So once you assign to the company code, automatically it will be applicable for all the plants within this company code. Okay, that is what called cross plant. So where you do that one, so if you go here, go back, let me save this first. Okay, and now you see here assign plant to the company code. Okay, so if you do this, whatever the plants under that company code, sorry, not plant company code, sorry, not here, sorry, here, assign purchasing organization to company code, sorry, here. Okay, if you go here, now here you will assign the purchasing organization to your company code. So I have 1011 already there. You will assign to the company code 1000. That you can. So if this company code is having more than one plant, or it will get automatically assigned to all these company codes. Okay, clear?
Okay.
This part. So yeah, either it is plant specific or cross plant specific. That is also okay. Now the another one is cross company code purchasing. Also you can do. Every company code they can have. So let's say you have a purchasing organization. Okay, you have a purchasing organization takes care of purchasing of plant 1 which belongs to a separate company code, different company code, and also it takes care of purchasing of a plant 2 which belongs to a company code 2, separate company code 2. That is also possible, which is called cross company code purchasing organization. But it is a very rare scenario. Okay, it's a very rare scenario, but most of the time you will have this scenario. Plant specific. Every plant will have their own purchasing department, and they will create a separate purchasing organization for them. Okay, so this is the plant specific purchase organization. Okay, so now this is the summary. Of total our whatever we discussed. Okay, first we will have the client. Under the client you will have the company codes. Okay, under the company code you see there are 3 plants. There are three
Yeah.
types. Okay, under the plant you will have storage location. Coming to our purchasing organization, you can have plant specific, you can have plant specific or cross plant purchasing organization. See, if you create a purchasing organization which takes care of purchasing of plant 2000 and plant 3000, then this will become
Yeah.
cross plant purchasing organization. Okay, or you can
Okay.
have a central top level purchasing organization also, you can have, that is also possible. So this is our purchasing organization total chart.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how it happens in the system. This is the organization structure. So in any SAP implementation, first they will create all these things. You, as a consultant, you will go to their company, you will ask them how many locations you have, how many distribution centers you have, how many HR offices you have, and accordingly you will create all these things in the system.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is what is the organization structure.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have any questions you can ask, otherwise today we will close it here. We covered the organization. We are yet to see the purchasing group, right? Okay, let me show you
Yeah.
where purchasing group is created. Okay, let me save these changes. Okay, now let me show you purchasing group. So purchasing group, you have to go to materials management folder. Okay, general settings for materials management, go here, not here, go to purchasing.
Okay.
Okay, here you see create purchasing groups. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
So here you will creating the purchasing group. So here you create the
Okay.
purchasing group. Click on the button new entries. Okay, let me enter how till what entries you have. 001. Okay, I'll create a purchasing group called 010. Click on new entries. 010. Purchasing group description 7. 7. I am creating with my name. You can enter the telephone number 123456789. You can enter the
Okay.
telephone number, his fax number, all those things you can enter. Done.
And purchasing group basically maintain the data of all group. I mean, 4 to 5 people who are working together. We
It
just
depends.
maintain for
It
them.
depends upon the scenario. For every person you want
Okay.
to have a separate purchasing group, you can create for a single person also. Okay,
Okay.
or you can create for a group of people also. It depends how your client asks. Based on that, you have to create.
Okay.
Okay, it's not that always you have to create a single person as a purchasing group. It's not like that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, see, it depends. Let's say in your purchasing department there are 10 persons, there are 10 purchasers are there. Okay, your client
Okay.
says that for each person you create purchasing group, then you will create 10 purchasing groups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now they say no, two people carry out different activities. Two people, first two people will take care of RM purchasing. Next, another two people take care of PM purchasing, packing material. Another two people take care of spare parts. Another two people take care
Okay.
of stationery. Okay, and another two
Mm-hmm.
people take care of, let's say, what do you call what do you call canteen in materials like food supply.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, then what you do for these two people, you will create a separate purchasing group. It depends, it's not a thumb rule.
Okay.
You ask your client how they want, accordingly you will create the purchasing group.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what how it happens in the system. So this is the organization structure from the
Okay.
perspective, materials management module perspective.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Got
so we will do one thing, we will close it here today. Okay,
it. Okay.
we are done with purchasing organization structure. Tomorrow onwards we will start with master data.
Okay. Tomorrow we'll start. Tomorrow will be 2 o'clock, same time.
Same time, but tomorrow we will have it for 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay, we will have it for
Fine.
2 hours. So we will continue with the what do you call